Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, here it is another Wednesday, and today we have for you faith or knowledge. Which is more important? Well, this is a difficult question. Faith or knowledge, which is more important? The short answer to that question is both are necessary. And I'll be explaining that throughout my video here. So where did this silly conundrum of faith versus knowledge first begin? Where did we first hear about faith versus knowledge? Well, it all started with the early Christians almost 2,000 years ago. And they were having a big debate. Which is more important, faith or knowledge? And do you want to know what their answer was? Well, it's not hard to figure out. Their answer was that faith was more important than knowledge. Faith more important than knowledge. So we look at what that's gotten us, okay? Look what that's gotten us, all right? Faith more important than knowledge. Without knowledge, how can you have faith in anything? You have to have knowledge in order to have faith. You can't believe in something unless you know what something is. So faith versus knowledge, where they decided faith was more important than knowledge, big mistake. It got us 2,000 years of man worship because of faith versus knowledge. And it was just a mistake because knowledge is so important. Now I'm going to go into first why knowledge is important. Why do we have to have knowledge? Knowledge in all of its forms. Knowledge in all of its forms is necessary and important because without knowledge we can't be wise. We can't know anything without knowledge. Knowledge of something. In fact, Goddess encourages us to have as much knowledge as possible. She wants us to have as much knowledge as possible and to be wise and to know what is what, to know the difference between this and that, to be able to distinguish between things. And knowledge is important in many ways. First of all, we wouldn't have medicine without knowledge. Our modern medical system, we wouldn't have that without knowledge. We have to have knowledge. And we have to have knowledge for all the sciences, in fact. Knowledge is crucial. Without knowledge, how can we know anything? We'd just be like airheads, stupid. We wouldn't know anything. We would be stupid without knowledge. So we have to have knowledge. Knowledge is very important. You can't have faith without knowledge because you have to have knowledge of something in order to have faith. Now, the real question then is, why is faith important? Well, sometimes you have to make a leap of faith. And this has happened throughout recorded history. Throughout recorded history, we've had individuals who made a leap of faith when they didn't know about something, or they had a lack of knowledge about something, and they made a leap of faith. And because they made a leap of faith, they had more knowledge than they had before. A good example would be Louis Pasteur. He discovered penicillin, and he didn't discover penicillin. That was another guy. But Louis Pasteur discovered pasteurization, and he discovered vaccinations. And so he discovered how to vaccinate people to make them strong against the disease. And his first vaccine was the rabies vaccine. And without the rabies vaccine, a lot of people would have died. And so he had to make a leap of faith because people ridiculed him. The people of his day ridiculed him and said, "Why do you look at microbes under a microscope? Why are you always studying that microscope? It's useless. It's worthless. You won't learn anything by doing this." But he did. And we're so grateful that he did, because without his knowledge that he got through a leap of faith, where he trusted in himself enough to make a leap of faith, we wouldn't have vaccines, and we wouldn't have pasteurization of milk or other things. So leap of faith was important. Having faith in oneself was important, and having faith in a process was important. To believe that you have an answer to something is very important. So you have to have both. You have to have faith and knowledge. Now, the goddess wants us to have both faith and knowledge, because both are so important. But a lot of people are lacking in one or the other. Some people shun knowledge. Some people say, "What do I need knowledge for? I've got Jesus," or whatever. And the heck with modern medicine. I'm going to keep my kid at home and not treat them because I don't believe in knowledge. I don't believe in knowledge. Can you believe somebody doesn't believe in knowledge? And so that is bad. That is very bad. But also at the same time, we have to have faith. There's a lot of people out there who are lacking in faith, and they don't believe in anything. They don't believe in life after death. They don't believe in goddess. They don't believe in, a spiritual realm. They don't believe in any of that. They don't believe there's anything beyond the tip of their nose. And so because they don't have faith and they don't believe in any of that, they're missing out on an important part of life. And this is really important because people who are lacking in faith, who are missing out on a great part of life, it's not good for them or anyone else. So because a lack of faith can be catching, and it can spread from person to person, where I don't believe that. I don't believe that. So it's a shame that people have to have a lack of faith. But the real question is, faith in what? What is it that you have faith in? Now, having faith in something is better than having faith in nothing. But it's still, having faith in something evil would be bad. So you have to be careful what it is you have belief in, what you have faith in. And what I believe is that the goddess is a good being, that she's always good, and that she doesn't do wrong. She's sympathetic and she's kind, and she cares about her children. That's what I have faith in. I believe that. But I have knowledge too, because Goddess gave me knowledge. She spoke to me and she gave me knowledge. So without that knowledge, where would I be? Without Goddess's knowledge, where would I be? Because knowledge belongs to Goddess too. So that's the story. Faith versus knowledge. Both are important. Both have their place. Both have their place. So have a great week. Take care, everyone. and I'll see you next time.